something I've been doing in the last few nights. So I'm gonna give them a shout out first. Sorry about the noise. It will. Let me see how long it has. I think it's almost done. It's just a dry. I think we'll finish in maybe 5-10 minutes. Then it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll speak louder so you can hear me. You guys are probably used to this anyways, because when I run the AI model, it's actually, I think, even louder. So that noise will be gone pretty soon. Also warms up the room. It's really, really cold in here today, so I like that heat. Okay, so this viewer alerted me to an article that they created. It's on GitHub. It's a guide on how to install. Oh, there you go. See, it finished. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, so they alerted me to an article that they created on GitHub. It's about how to install ROCm in DistroBox. So it's in Italian, but you can simply translate this. You can easily translate, and plus you probably don't even need to know Italian. If you follow my video or my article, you can simply. Funny enough, it's actually using Fedora Linux, which is kind of interesting there. Yeah, so you can just follow my tutorials and you can see what they did. So maybe this will help you. Then they obviously use Alma Linux to get it working. So there you go. So so you can try all this stuff. So the good thing about what they did is I'm gonna bookmark this because they actually sent me a form email. I mean, they filled out from jamboshop.com. Thank you for that. And as you can see here, how they got them working. Now, as you know, mine is a 9.06, so I would obviously change that to whatever your version is, and there you go. So they got it working, and they also obviously got stuff like PyTorch. So you can see, you can just follow the commands. It's very easy just to follow along. And I said, for me personally, you see here, they even show you if you want to use ROCm 7.02 or ROCm 6.4. So I'm on Fedora. I'm using ROCm 6.44. So all the instructions there. So if you want to take a look at it, and I said you can also translate. I said for me, oh yeah, so for me, the stuff of interest will be something like Llama CPP here, and what else is here? Yeah, so I've never actually done this one before, Cobalt CPP. I might try that one in a future tutorial. And yeah, so there you go. So if you want to follow along, they sent me this early today in the morning, so I'm not sure how to give this guys to you. But basically, if you go to github.com/wasd-tech, I think I'll put it in all the chats as well, so you guys can take a look at it. I'll put it in the chat right now. I'll put it in the chat. So for DistroBox ROCm, I'll put this in the, what is this one, Odyssey chat. I'll also put it in the BitChute chat. Okay, is it going? It claims it went, but I don't see it. Do I have to do a refresh on BitChute? Let me do a refresh on BitChute. I'm still not seeing the one I did. That is weird. Okay, I did post it in BitChute. I don't know if I have to post it again. I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'll post it also on Rumble. Okay, Rumble does show up. I think I just need to refresh again on Rumble. Yeah, so that's fine. So it's in Rumble as well. I better close that up. Is this working? BitChute is not working. Well, it's taking a while. Okay, so I did paste it in the BitChute chat, so I don't know why that's not working. And obviously, it's showing up. Oh, yeah, YouTube. I forgot about YouTube. I'll post in YouTube as well. Okay, there we go. It's in YouTube. All right, we'll go back to today's tutorial. So today's tutorial. Sorry again, I'll reintroduce myself. My name is Edward Ojambo, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how to install the micro advanced text editor. So when I say advanced editor review, that's obviously for my particular use cases. So also a quick reminder that if you want to see what's upcoming, you simply go to jambo.com. Then you can see topics which are, for example, this topic for this tutorial and upcoming tutorials. You just go to the watch menu there, and you can see everything that's upcoming. All right. So, in case you guys missed, I'm live. I'm live multi-streaming to YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey all at the same time. Okay. So, if you want to unleash your inner programmer, you can use Micro, which is a beginner-friendly Markdown editor. It's a delightful, remarkably lightweight command line text editor. Don't let that fool you. Don't worry about it. It's actually going to be pretty fun. It presents a comparing alternative to full-fledged IDEs, particularly solving involving Markdown formatting. Its intuitive design and robust feature set makes it an excellent tool for writers, developers, and anyone needing a streamlined Markdown workflow. Now, although I keep on mentioning Markdown, you can obviously use it for other things than Markdown, as you'll see. I'll show you when we actually get started with it. So the license is MIT license. Again, I have an article on jambo.com and also on all the channels where I reviewed the MIT license. I believe it might have been actually my first license, the one that I did review. So it's there, and actually after a while all those license tutorials actually became a little popular. They're not popular right away, but after a while they are popular. I usually posted them when I was away, so that's why I didn't make it like an ongoing series. So anyway, so for Fedora Linux, luckily for me, Micro is already it comes with Fedora Linux. So how did I come to know Micro? I'll tell you how I came to know Micro. So I had to do something where I can't remember what it was. I think I had to. Oh yeah, I remember. So one of my viewers asked me pretty recently, I think maybe 2-3 weeks ago. They asked me to take a look at an app that they were struggling to upgrade. So it was using a PHP framework, and the viewer didn't know that. So he told me to take a look. So I took a look, and I told him that there's a lot of undertaking. It's simple to upgrade the framework, but I told him things are gonna break because there's a lot of custom code, and this person used like some whoever the author is. I'm not gonna badmouth them or anything. They basically disappeared. The processes or the sub applications they were using, or they were so old. They were so old that they were what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, they were so old that they were like they would break if you didn't upgrade, not just for PHP. So I let him know. I said this is gonna be a big. So he's going to he's reviewing whether it's worth it to just abandon it, or maybe to hire someone like me to do the full upgrade. Because I told him all the payment, all that stuff will need to be upgraded. Now I know how to do that, so that's not a problem. But I could do that for him. It's going to be a big undertaking. Basically, I'll be building it from scratch. But I told him the best thing to do is get something that's maintained and that you can maintain yourself in the future. You don't want things like, I always tell people this, you don't want everything including the kitchen sink, because those things are very hard to maintain. But like for example, I'm very honest with all my customers. For example, in the past, when I came across, especially when I started doing like WordPress work, one thing I noticed is when people buy a theme, it came with like 1,000 plugins. The problem, some of those plugins were like they would grab content from, say, Twitter, they grab content from what's that one? It's popular one, Instagram and YouTube. They grab content from the latest upload from YouTube. They'll grab the channel. The problem is they were not using official SDKs or anything. So what happened is they would break because they were, right? And even when they were installed, they were breaking. So I was telling him, I always told my customer, why don't you just grab the video you want and it's an iframe, right? Just grab it. I've been telling people that for over 10 years. I think it's about 15 years. I've been telling people to do that, right? And that's what I do myself. So yeah, it's just easy. And they thank me for that later because it's just easier to maintain. Anywho, so Micro, so when I was doing this, I was inside a container and I didn't feel like installing. No, I could not. I remember. It was a specific, I think I did the official like PHP Apache container in Podman. So it didn't come with a lot of stuff, and I didn't feel like installing with bringing a bunch of more stuff. So I was thinking, is there something I could do? It didn't have even VI. VI is very common on Linux. So I didn't have VI, so I was like, oh shoot, what do I do? Then I found out you can easily install Micro. Micro, you can just install it from curl, and then you can get it up running. So I was pretty impressed with it. I said, oh, this is really good. So I was like, I'll do a review of Micro. So I didn't expect much from it, because I just needed it just to look at a few things and make a few tweaks here and there. So I was so impressed with it. So that's why I created this review. So this is a full review. Now, luckily for me, I'm on Fedora, and it comes with Micro. In the repos, I just put sudo dnf install Micro. You see the heater is on. See, even though it's only at 15 degrees, the heater just came on. All you guys can hear that. So you can verify what version by just simply typing micro hyphen version. I'll do that before we start. So there's platform specific installations. Obviously, you can use Brew if you're on Linux or Mac OS. For Windows, they have a dedicated installer and the official one on GitHub. So we'll go take a look at that right now. And you can see here, you see installation, the pre-built binaries. So this is what I was trying to say. You see, just put curl https://getmicro.ro, then pipe into bash, and now install a very quick one. You can start using it right away. So that was fantastic for me. You can obviously see here, you can eget, and you can use Brew as well. Although it says for the Mac, Brew does work on Linux if you install it, but Linux usually has other resources. And you see in the distro specific ones, they're all in here. This is the main, the most popular use. And in Windows also you have Chocolatey, Scope, Winget. So you can see even Mac OS, you also can use Mac ports, Unix, Flux. I see there's so many different things. So I'm on Wayland. So it says, note for Linux desktops for interfacing with local system clipboard, the following tools are needed: X11, Xclip, or XCEL. I'm guessing this is also for Wayland. You can use I forget the name, what the WL stands for, but clipboard. You can use that. Obviously, you can use X-Wayland as well. So I think all I did was just put DNF install micro. So as you can see here, I don't know if there's pre-built. So let's check it out if this has pre-built. Oh no, that's the old one. Oops, that's my bad. Making them look bad. Let's go back here. Let's go to the latest release. Oh, the release was last year, 2.0.14. So let's see if they have. Yeah, see they do have pre-built binaries even for ARM. It's impressive. Yeah, so there's a lot here. So you can get the pre-built, or you can get the source code and compile it yourself. So there we go. All right, let's go back here. And obviously, I already talked about that. You can get the pre-built. Most likely they're going to be in your distro if you're in Linux. So here are the screenshots. As you can see, there's a file manager. Yes, the file manager on a terminal. That's fantastic. And you see it has syntax highlighting as well. And you can do splits, vertical splits or horizontal splits. And this is just the file manager by itself. And there's also a terminal. Yeah, there's also a terminal as well. And this is a live stream. So if I click this, a terminal, that's fantastic. So there we go. Now, what I usually do is to test all these editors. What I do is I do have a glossary. If you guys want to know what a code editor is, if you don't know what a code editor is, it is designed for writing and editing code. Source code, IDE, that's integrated development environment, what a plugin is, what a theme is, what open source is. Some people still don't understand what open source is. It's freely available for possible modification and distribution. I kept it as short as possible, but the other thing is it also doesn't restrict your use of the software, right? So for example, like, when there's a war somewhere or some people start a war, they'll say, oh, that country, people in that country can't use our software. So then that makes it not open source, because you're freely able to use it the way you fit. For example, like AI, if they put restrictions on your use for it, then it's no longer open source. Open source doesn't just mean that the source is available, it also means there's no restrictions it's used, whether it's commercial or country-wise or whatever, your nationality, that's open source. I hope you guys understand that. So SCM, this for you guys, this basically means Git or source code management. Okay, and if you, these are just acronyms for LMB stands for left mouse button, MMB means middle mouse button or the scroll. Alright, so this is my system as Ryzen 5 5600 GT. I have 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. I'm using Fedora 43 and the GNOME 49. More importantly is I'm also using Wayland. So have you guys noticed in the past some editors were kind of wonky because I was using Wayland? So I should probably, the reason I don't do that because Fedora for a while has defaulted to Wayland if you're using GNOME desktop. That's why I don't even bother putting that in there. Alright, so here is my test suite. I have a very large file, it's a text file, it's 1 gig. The reason this is to mimic before, as I said before, when I had sometimes I would get such large data sets, I can't put them in database, even SQLite in memory, it will be too big. So what I had to do was I had to open up the file and edit the database, the data sets there, and then later on I'll put it into a SQLite database and check to make sure everything is correct. Then I'll send it back to the client. For example, normally what would happen is the client of mine, they'll subcontract the work to me. So what would happen is there would be a form somewhere, one of these cloud-based services. So the problem is they had no restrictions. So people would fill out the form. Sometimes they would refresh several times, or sometimes they just press enter without pressing, without entering any information. So what happens is, for example, in Canada here, we have what, 30-40 million people. So if you get a data set that has over 1 billion records in just a few months, that clearly means that's impossible, right? That's what we're saying. So obviously I have to clean that out. So remove all the empty ones, remove the duplicates, that kind of stuff. So that's why I need a text editor that can handle a very large text file. So regex, this is very simple. Basically any editor these days which has a find and replace can do this, except unless it doesn't have regular expressions. That's what regex stands for. Syntax file, this is very simple. It's like a PHP file is the best example for this. It contains HTML, it contains CSS, it contains JavaScript, and obviously PHP. So I want to see if the syntax tiling picks it up properly. In the past, even something like Eclipse, the PHP version, struggled with this, but today, even the basic editors, they pick this up very well. The media file, this one is simply like, for example, if you're working on a website, it could be any application, but websites are pretty easy. You have the fav icon, really tiny little icon. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to drag a logo or something into the project, because that one I don't mind it if it's tracked by Git, right? So that's why this is the test. Basically, can I drag an image or any media file into the project folder? That's basically what that's for. Okay, the Java version, this one I think I haven't updated this one in a while, so I'll probably check this one today to see what it is. The PHP, so OpenJDK 21.09 and PHP version is 8.4.13. The Python version is 3.14.0 and the micro version is 2.0.14. We'll verify all this on a command and I'll show you in a second and a few minutes. So the test scoring, if each feature has 2 parts, a score 0 indicates it's missing the feature. If part of the feature is working, it'll get a 0.5 score. So to eliminate bias steps, I tried to use these editors for a very long time on all different platforms like Mac OS and Windows and obviously Linux. That's my main, or my preferred, actually my only platform. Unfortunately, it's been such a long time. I no longer have a Mac. A client gave me a Mac way back in the day. I think it's over 10 years ago, and I no longer have it because it was way too old. And then obviously I don't use Windows. I use Windows. No, that's not true. I use Windows once a year to do my taxes. So I usually fire up a VM, do my taxes. I still like doing stuff locally. And then so also if features are missing, I'm going to attempt to get some plugins. Now I know especially for text-based editors, there are different ways you can do things, but I want to do it in a simple way, like a plugin. I don't want to have to muck around. Like, of course, I can program it myself. I can use Lula and whatever. But I'm saying is that I want it a way in that it's more, not quite beginner friendly, but it should be intuitive because I don't want to maintain stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm saying is I'm using an editor. I want to be able to use the same features. For example, if I go to a different platform, I want to, you know what I mean? So for example, in Linux, it's pretty easy to do this because that's what I use. But I'm saying if I go to Windows, WC for word count is not going to exist, right? So that's what I'm trying to say is that if there's a plugin or it's built into the editor, that makes my life easier. For example, if I'm trying to convince you this is a great editor, but you can't replicate the same thing on your platform, if it's closed platform, then that's what I'm saying. That's why I prefer to use as close as possible to the plugin or the system, the editor itself. All right. So the other thing is the same editor was compared with the one in the repository, the developer site, and the compiled version if applicable. So in this case, it was applicable because I already told you I did download one right from the binary that from the developer's site on GitHub. So in this case, this is true. Now, to be fair, as I said again, I did not test this one on Windows and Mac OS because I don't have those. I mean, I can get Windows, but I don't want to. Just that's the truth. So let's get started here. So, so let's jump to the command line first. You see, I'm in this editor review just to keep everything the same. So what you do is just type micro space -version. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. it's pretty good for handling large files. You'll see I'll open up the large files also. If I type micro -version, you can see it's version 2.011. Is that the latest? Oh, that's weird. Looks like Fedora. I'm using Fedora 43. Fedora is actually pretty good. I'm surprised they have the one from 2022. So, ooh, that's interesting. So I could install this one, but you know what? I'm gonna leave 2.0.11. Man, I didn't realize Fedora is. That's really strange. Fedora is usually very good. Kind of surprised about that version. That's not like Fedora, like one that's literally 3 years old. Wow. When there's one that was compiled last year. Anyways, so let me clear this. So for Java, I just type Java hyphen, I think just one hyphen version. So let's see if I got this right here. 2.1, yeah, I got that right. Let's try PHP. 8.4. Okay, I think there was an update like 2 days ago. So this is a little bit outdated. And then there's Python. I think Python has the two of them. 3.14. Yeah, Python has been there. Yeah, perfect. And you guys saw that one. So let me clear this, and I'll open up Micro. So this is Micro. You know what? I'll leave it here. Oh, just so I can already zoom in because it's the terminal lets me zoom, so that's a great feature. I think that's good enough. And the great thing about Micro is we can actually get started here. So let's go down the color theme. So if you want to do the color theme, you have to press this key and then space and then set color theme. So to toggle this one, oh, I forgot. Sorry, before we actually get started. So if you type Alt-G, you see it will give you the quick, what do you call it? It will give you the cheat sheet of all the commands that you can use. See, as you can see here, for example, to quit, to save, to open, this basically means control. I think in different operating systems like Mac, it might be a different key binding, but I'm on Linux. I think all keyboards usually have a control key. Then just press escape, or you can quit here. I don't want to quit, so this is control Q, was it? Control Q to quit, and you can see it quit the program. So I open it up again. So quickly, md.reason asked if can Micro handle big files well in your experience. Yes, it can handle big files. You will see. I said you will see when I open up some large files. Okay, there's no more. Okay, perfect. Okay, so where was I? Oh yes. So to get this, oh yeah, there's also Control E. So if you type Control E, you get this. You see, get this. What is it? Greater than sign. So Control E is where you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So for example, if I want to set the color theme, so just type set, and then I type color, if I spell it correctly, color scheme, press enter. Okay, so you have to pick the one, this micro dark, whatever, so that's the one you pick. Where is it? I think this is still too big. Zoom out just a little bit more. Okay, I think that might be, you guys should still be able to see that. Yeah, so so that I got a perfect score for that. I like the default theme. It's a darkish, so that's fine. Obviously, dragging and dropping doesn't work, so that got a 0. Oh, here we go. Opening large file. So you see this file here, 1gig.txt. Oops, what is going on here? This one thing I dislike about GNOME is like make things so big for no reason at all. Okay, so there we go. So if I click this guy, you see it's exactly 1.0 gigabytes, right? So you just type Control E again, then you type edit, and then you no, sorry, it's not. Is it edit or open? No, sorry, it's open. It's open, and then you just type 1 gig.txt, and I pressed enter. There we go. So the file opened up, and you see I can already edit it. I'm actually surprised for text for terminal. I thought it would be a little bit faster, but it does work. You can see I can edit the file. Let's see how much RAM it's using as well. Let me open up the monitor so you guys can see what's going on. I'll put this here. Oh, let me put this here so you guys can see what's going on. So it's 8.5 gig. That doesn't make any sense. For 1 gig? Wow. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense. So let me put it here so you can see me. So to quit or to close a file, you simply type, you can open another file by Control O, or you can simply just, again, quit again, Control Q. So I'm just going to press Control Q here. See, then it says, do you want to save changes before closing? So no, I do not. So I press no. And wow, that opened up in, that's quite a lot of, wow, okay. That's 2 gigs for that? Okay, alright. Micro again. So yeah, you see it's not using any memory. So loading up the 1 gig in the buffer, that showed up. That really surprised me. So I'll leave this here. I don't think we're going to do anything more memory intensive than what we're doing here. So I'll put this up here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave. Actually, we don't need this anymore because, oh, you know what? Maybe we do. I'm going to leave this on top, always on top, so we can see what's going on. So that's number 1. So number 2, number 3 I've done. You can open multiple files in multiple buffers. So let's do that. So again, you just type open. Oops. You have to press Control E until you get down here. Then you can type, for example, open. I'm going to open up the books one. Books.xml. You see that's books.xml. And you can open up another one. For example, if I want to open up this regex file, but this regex file I'm going to open up in a horizontal split. It's a vertical split. I want to open up in a vertical split. So what you do is, instead of typing open, you just say oops, forgot again. This is the thing that you have to press Control E, then you type hs split, and then the name of the file, regex. I just type R, and then I just typed tab, and you see that's horizontal. That doesn't seem like a. I think the name is a little bit different there. So that's the horizontal one. One thing I do like, you see, I can use my mouse still to copy and all this. That's one thing I do like that. Now you can split it further. So for example, if I put my mouse here and Control E, and this time I'll do a V split. And where's our syntax.php? And there we go. So this syntax.php, and obviously I can put one here. And as you can see, it's properly formatted. That's HTML there. This is CSS. This is JavaScript, obviously HTML, and PHP as well. So it's formatted properly. And I did enable line numbers. I'll show you that, how to toggle them later. And I also enabled a soft wrap. I'll show you how I did. See, this is soft wrap right here. And then obviously when you zoom in, all of them do zoom in as well. So that's good or bad depending on how you want. So there we go. So that works pretty well. As I said, non-project files, of course, you got perfect score. Oh yeah, I already put it here. I didn't even bother. I already put it here. So to get this little one, this whatever the greater than sign, it's simple. It's the control. You press Control E. All right, now for soft wrap, again you press Control E to bring this guy up down here, and you just type set soft wrap, and if I put false, you see it's no longer soft wrap. You see both of them, they're not soft wrap. So what you can do is Control E and then just type set soft. I just press tab so it finishes, and then I can put true, and then the soft wrap is coming on. So there we go. Obviously if I had a 1 gig file, I would not set soft wrap on that one. That doesn't make any sense. And then I also enabled spell check. So I installed this plugin, aspell. I installed aspell on the system as well. And then you just type set aspell check .check space auto. So if you go down here, you see I think I disabled it just to show you. I might even have uninstalled the plugin. I'll install it again. So let me click here because I don't want this to be marked up. So I clicked in here, Control E, and then you just type plugin space install aspell. So you can see here it says plugin install aspell it's already been installed. Nothing to install, and you see it already it did a a vertical split. I don't know, but this terminology, I guess it's backward. It claims this is yeah. So you see, this is where I want to put it here. So it says nothing to do. That is not quite true. We need to set it. So what I do is I Control E down here, and I said set aspell.check to auto. So what this will do is it will there's other options, but I set to auto. That way I can, when I start typing and things, it will automatically what do you call it? It will check the spelling. So I don't know if I have to restart again. So let me just start typing here. So if I say book, this is wrong. I don't know why it's not working there. It did work. I might have to quit and start again. So let's do that. So if you want to close, obviously you guys saw it's Control Q to quit. So let's do that. It's Control Q. You see, I click no, I don't want to save, and then Control Q again. Control Q, Control Q. So if you start with micro, let me open up, what is it, Control E, open, which is regex. Is it? I don't know why the spell check is not working here. It did work. Did I make a mistake? Oh, maybe I made a mistake. So let me open up the JSON file. You can see if it's there. I might have to set it manually. So there's a couple ways to edit. So we'll go here and you just say open. You can use the full path. I'm just going to use .config /micro/settings.json. You see the soft wrap is there. Oh yeah. So you might need to add, which I'm going to do manually. I think it probably didn't work. So I think it's aspell.check :auto. There you go. And Control S. I like that. Control S to save. You can see that it says save down here. Control S to save. Obviously you can quit as well. So let me quit. Open up again. Let me open up my regex file. I don't know why it's still not working. Is it this monitor? That's weird. It does work though. Did I take any screenshots? I'll see if I took some screenshots of it. I did I did get this to work. So that's how you get it to work. I don't know why it's not working this time. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It should be working. Yeah, so because I even put it in there. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, maybe let me try typing something this time. This squiggly lines there. I can't see properly. No, it's not. No squiggly lines. No squiggly lines. So I don't know why it's not working, but it does work. Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't install ASpell. Oh yeah, that's probably why. I might have. Okay, let's go here. Let me see if I actually have sudo dnf install. I might not have ASpell installed. I might have removed it because I wanted to show you how to do it. That may be it. No, it's already installed. So I don't know why it's not working. It is installed. Let's go back to micro. So you can also obviously open up. Let me open up multiple files. I don't know if that works. Books.xml, regex.txt, and syntax.php. Does that work? Oh yeah, it does. And you can see all of them there. So books, and then the next one is regex, and the last one is the what do you call it? Oh yeah, now the spell check works. Now the spell check works. Isn't that funny? Look, this word of Rails correct. Now it's working. You see, now the spell check is working. Even this one, you see, now it's working. Jeez, what's wrong with this thing? I don't know why it's not working for here. Oh, I remember. Yeah. Okay, I know why it's not working for the regex.txt. When you set it to auto, it only does programming, like say like HTML and PHP and stuff like that. So if I wanted to do for text, I have to enable another command. Yeah, I remember now. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go to the home folder here and show up the hidden files, what is it? Config. Where's config? CCC. Where's config? And then what's the name of this program again? Micro. Should be here somewhere. Micro. Here we go. So micro. You see the plugins I installed here in the plug. Say ASpell. You see it has the README file, right? So let's open up the README file. I should open this up in a different browser. Oh, you know what? I should actually have opened up in here. So let me see. I'm gonna open up in the editor. So let's go here. If I Control E, now type open. Can I paste? No, I can't paste. Control V. There we go. ASpell /read. Oops, readme.md. Oh, why? What does it? Is that all it has in there? Oh, it's in help. Oops, I opened up the wrong file. It's okay. It's the help. The help is the one I wanted. So let me go back here. Control E, and grab this. Control C, and ASpell. Why is that not working? What's that work? ASPELL dot. Oh, yeah. .md. I don't know why that's not working. Slash unknown command. Micro plug. Ah, that's weird. Let's go Control E. Am I doing something wrong there? Oops, that's not one. Oh, it's open. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, I guess I have to copy it again. No. What in the world is going on? Why can't I paste this? Okay, Okay, one more time. Control C to copy. I go here. Shift. There we go. Slash A. There we go. Am I in the right place? Regex. Oh, save changes. No, I don't want to save changes. Okay, here we go. All right, so here are the options. A spell. You see, I set it to auto. You see, auto only does XML, C++, C, HTML, Perl, text, Markdown, growth, trove, man page, email, or git commit. That's if you set it to auto. Now, if you want to do a different language, you have to do aspell.lang. You have to say the dictionary, and then you can see if both dictionary and lang are left empty, which is the default. So we'll use the locale settings, which is fine. So if I want to add other stuff like text, I need to, for example here, you see I need to add something there to say for all the text files. You see it says in your JSON file, you need to edit it to add this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Oh, come on. Why can't I copy? Control C, does that work? Okay, copied selection. Did I open the... Okay, I'm going to paste it somewhere else just so I don't forget it. Okay, there we go. Now I can Control Q to quit this one. Okay, so let's go and open up our JSON file, which is this one here. There's different ways to do this, so I'm showing you the one that worked. As you guys remember, when I did the settings, set whatever, that never worked. So that's why I'm doing it the hard way. So what I'm going to do is open the micro settings. Settings.json. Now here we go. You see, it took away my setting. Remember when I put the spell check, it took it away. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Oops, wrong one. Shift Control V. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so to save this, Control S, so it's saved. And then, oops, and just Control Q to quit, and I'm gonna open this up again. Okay, the spell check is still working. This is so weird. If we go to our regex file, there we go, now it's working. You see that color, obviously it because it's using locale, meaning Canada, the Canadian spelling of color. You can see all this. Now let's try the typing. You see that is wrong, but this is nice. So there you go, it's fast too. I'm actually digging it. Yeah, so I don't know what was wrong there, but yeah, it should have worked automatically. So there we go. If you want a text, you can put it there. Obviously I like text because I like typing stuff like that. Okay, so that took longer than I wanted. Okay, so for the word count, you need to install this plugin called word count. So I'm not sure if that's installed. We can go check it out. So escape here, Control E, then you just type plugin, install word count. You see it's already installed, and then you can. The good thing about this plugin is you don't need to do any settings. You can immediately use it by typing F5, the Control E and WC for the selection. So for example, if I pick these three words, color versus this. If I pick this guy's here, oops, not all of that. I just pick this guy's here like this, and I press Control. Just type F5. It should tell me the number of words. Oh, what is going on here? So let me Control Q here to get out of it. There we go. So now, why is it showing all the spelling mistakes? I don't want that. Okay, so I just pick this word she and press F5. You see it says lines 1, words 1, characters 3. So I pick, let's say I pick this one, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I press F5. You see it says lines 5 words and how many characters. So that is important for me, because sometimes a customer will say, can you write 200 words for me? Or for me, if I'm writing like a letter or something, I would like to know 300 words or so word count is important for me. Now somebody said, why don't you just use a word processor or blah blah blah. I'm saying that there are times when I just want to, like I said, I like writing, so I don't necessarily need to use a word processor. Or sometimes you want something that's light, and or for example, like today, like when that viewer sent me that stuff, right? That is not something for a word processor, right? But I want to jot it down somewhere. So there's a text that would be perfect for that. I can jot down my notes and stuff like that. So that's why I like that. So that's obviously got a perfect score. Indentation. So for that one, let's go to this one, the books. I can also go to the PHP file, but I'll just show you what I mean by that. So you see here, this is an XML file. You see catalog, and then the child is book, and you see book ends here, and then for example, you have stuff like author, title, blah blah blah. So I put my mouse right here. What's the one thing I like? If I press enter, you see it's smart enough to indent properly. It didn't go right at the beginning of the line, it went here. If I go here to the author, I press enter, oops, undo. Is there an undo? I think Control Z, yeah, Control Z to undo. I press enter. Okay, that's fine. That the indentation did work. So that's what I wanted to undo again. Okay, so as you see, that's a perfect score. Fonts can dynamically be scaled. In case you forgot, I just hold down the control key and the middle mouse button. You can see that's fine. Let's go here. Find and replace. So let's say here I want to search for the word author. So it's Control F. You see it says find. So if I type author, you see it found it. And if I want to do a search and replace, I would have to use the Control E, then replace, and then the search pattern and the replace pattern, and then whatever flags you want. That's a regular expression. So that does work. I got a perfect score. You got a perfect score, sorry. The multiple language things, I already showed you that with the PHP file. Each language had its own code-sensitive syntax color, so it got a perfect score, 1.0. Code forwarding doesn't work. If you don't know what code forwarding means, I'll give you an example again. It could be for this catalog, or it could be for this particular book. For example, book, you see the opening tag and closing tag. So normally in an IDE or a text editor, there will be a little thing here where you can click to open and close it. This one doesn't have it, right? So I know there's some, for example, like Vim and whatever, you can, for example, highlight it, or you can do some regular expression where it will look for the next one. But that one works okay. But I've found that, for example, it always trips up when there's, for example, let's say the inside here there will be the book, maybe like ends with the word book or something like that. So I prefer the proper collapsing and expanding, so it doesn't have that. Alright, I said there are ways you can probably do some regular expression, but I'm saying it's not. I've tested them, and they're not as good as having one that has proper language support. Okay, so where was I here? Went too far. Oh, rectangular block selection. So this one, the easiest way to explain this is to go to the regex file here. Oops, I forgot here. So, by the way, I didn't realize it has multiple tabs up here. So that I might have to actually change the score here. That might not be fair to it. Oh no, I gave it. I did give it. I did give it a score. So there we go. So let's click here. I'm just using the mouse. Obviously, you can use keyboard shortcuts. So if I'm here, where was I? The rectangular block selection, or it's also called column select. So I love this feature. For example, I'll just show you right here. I put the mouse right here. I hold down the shift key. The weird thing about this is you have to hold down the shift key and use the right mouse button. And then, no, that's not what I wanted. It's hold down the shift key and then the right mouse button. Yeah, that screwed me up because normally it's a left mouse button. So hold down the shift key. Come on. Where did I get it? Ah, stop it. I might have to use a keyboard here. So looks like it's not working again. Okay. Come on. Now it's doing multiple cursors. Okay, let's skip that for a while. So for multiple, what's multiple cursors? So multiple cursors, it's supposed to be control and left mouse button. So let's try that one instead. Let's press escape. What is going on? Okay, so let's press escape. Hold on the control key, and this is much easier. See, I can take this word, I can take this word, and I can take this word. So that's what's called multiple cursors. So for example, if I start typing, you see I can type in only on those places. Let me undo that, undo, and there you go. They're still selected. Now the great thing about that as well is with multiple cursors, I can also do a search in the multiple cursors. For example, just press Ctrl F, and you can see it's only going to look in the in that. So for example, the word letter, I'm looking for a letter that's common. For example, the letter O. If I type for the letter O, you see it's found it. Oh, that part didn't work there, but it does work. I don't know why it found the word O. That doesn't make sense. It should only be let's see, PR. It's not. I don't know what's wrong. It does work. I did test it. It did work for me, and also the documentation says it does work. So I got perfect score. Now back to rectangular block. Oh, here we go. I didn't read this. Yeah. So you have to take off word wrap. So let me. Okay, that's probably why it wasn't working. Okay, you have to take off word. It doesn't work properly with word word wrap enabled. So okay, that's probably why it's not working. I should have read the notes. So again, it's a weird combination. So hold down Shift key, and oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Undo. Yeah, there we go. I think I got it. So what you do is you hold down the Shift key, and you go to where you want. For example, I want the word she here, right? And then, no, that didn't work. Okay, I'll try one more time. Hold down. It says it's Shift and right mouse button. That doesn't seem to want to work today. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to work. I did get it. Oh, let me use the cursor instead. So hold down Shift and that guy. Yeah, it's the terminal one is coming up because I can't use the cursors. Can I use the control key? No, control is just jumping up and down. Okay, that doesn't work. It did work. I don't know how I got it to work, but now it's just being a pain. Okay, hold down the Shift key. No, that's not what I want. I can't use the cursors as well. I did get it to work. Oh, maybe it was the middle mouse. Let me try the middle mouse button. Maybe that was it. No, that's not it. Hold on that. Oh yeah. When I right click the key, maybe it's a different terminal you can try. When I right click, obviously the. Oh, now is that working now? Okay, let's try it again. Terminal Shift. Yeah. So when I hit Shift, you see it just goes to the terminal wants to. Oh, is that? Yeah, what is that? Search, read only, inspect terminal. Yeah, that's only for the terminal. I believe that's for the terminal. If I hold down Shift, yeah, so that's for the terminal. That's not this application. I can't get it to work, but it did work. Oh, you can also get help. You see, it says Alt G for the if you want the cheat sheet. So Alt G. And then usually the Alt, it came up here. I don't know why this time it's down here. Or Control G. Let's Control G for help. Okay, so micro help. We read this here. Quick start, etc. You can go read that as well. As I guess I showed you the edge split or the plugins and all of that, the tutorial, etc. You can go read that. All right, so let's move on. Distraction free. You can toggle the line numbers. That's actually pretty easy. To toggle the line numbers, for example, you see the line numbers here. They're on by I can't remember if they were on by default. So just press Ctrl R. You see they go away. So that's perfect for disabling. And you can see it calls it ruler. You see that, which is so weird. It calls them the ruler. It's a cork. Okay, so for the file manager, you just type again Control E. You type plugin, install file manager, and you can see it's already installed because I installed it before. I do a Control Q there. I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. Control Q. No, I want to. Okay. So it's installed, and then to use it, you just type tree. So Control E, and then you just type tree, and you can see here it has the files that the same. That's the same files that are here as well. So for example, if I want to get rid of, if I want to open up this syntax, the Python file. Oops, I'm in the wrong place here. I don't think I was able to. If I press enter, it doesn't happen. If I press tab, oh, tab does work. I tried that before. It's so quirky. So tab does work, and you see I can open up the Python file as well by using the file manager. So that's you gotta. But obviously, this is what I was trying to say is like if you have a file, for example, if I go to this one here, I press tab. You see, if I want to drag something in here, I can. So, example, let's say this is my logo, or this is my logo. I'll use JPEG just because someone goes, oh, AVF is not supported. Fine. So, if I drag this into here, you see, nothing happens, right? So, obviously I can also drag it into the editor. Nothing happens. So that's why I look at 0.5. Now, the fun part is if you want to open up a terminal, Control E, and then you just type term, and then you see it opens up the terminal. For example, I can type ls, it's the same files there. So then you can run, for example, if I type ls, open li, you see it can open up the stuff in there. So that's the editor. It's micro is a lightweight. Okay, we don't need it anymore. You can see it uses very little RAM. I don't know what 6.4. It's quite a lot. I'm gonna find out what's using. Is it OBS? Anywho, Micro is a lightweight IDE. Oh, I should actually say text editor. By default, the micro editor is missing required features that can be enabled or implemented by plugins. For my recommended features, the micro editor scored 80.0% or 8 out of 10. If you're ready to elevate your programming journey, intrigued by the world of programming and seeking a structured learning, explore my curated collection of programming books on Amazon. The link is also in the description. Master the bedrock concepts of programming, specialized resources that dive deep into domains like web development, data science, and AI. You can complement your learning with interactive programming courses hosted on ujamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. You solidify your understanding through practical exercises. You receive personalized feedback and accelerate your progress via me. All right, and also I also offer one-on-one tutoring assistance. You can book a session with me at ujambo.com/contact for focused online programming tutorials. And if you need any expertise, I also have ujamboservices.com/contact. For example, it could be micro editor installation, configuration, or migration seamlessly integrated into your Fedora workflow, whatever workflow you work. As you guys know, I also do a bunch of AI stuff, compiling, Linux. I've been using Linux since 2008, so I'm very good at it. Servers, all that stuff. I run my own servers, by the way, my own email servers. Obviously, my own. I use unmanaged hosting, so I know what I'm doing. Clearly, obviously, my workstation, as you guys can see, it's Fedora Linux. All right, so that's the end of the tutorial, and I implore you to subscribe, like, follow, because it helps out the channel. It helps bring in more viewers. And those viewers can also share their tips and tricks, which I'll share with all of you. Thanks again to everybody subscribed so far, especially this month. Keep it up. I said we've been getting, actually, a lot of new subscribers have been requesting some content, and I'll be incorporating that coming up pretty soon. For example, there's some exciting things about HTML5, CSS3, and PHP coming up, and obviously also some AI stuff, and Blender. I love Blender. I use Blender for my editing. Alright, so before I let you guys go, I also have some recommended resources. I'm going to work backwards. I mean, I live in a rural area in a cabin, and there's no internet here, and the cellular service is sporadic. So what I do use is I use the SpaceX Starlink residential service. So this is my referral link, and it allows me to have high-speed internet. For example, right now as I speak, I'm live streaming to YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey, and I'm also able to use my phone Wi-Fi calling, so I'm able to call and receive voice calls, text messages, including the multimedia version, MMS, or picture messaging, or video, all that stuff. I'm able to receive that. It doesn't cost me any roaming fees, just the regular plan. So if you do get my, if you do use my referral link and get the service, I'll get 1 month free, and you'll get a discount. For example, right now in Canada, the discount is you get the equipment for free. The equipment is very expensive. There's a significant savings. For example, I have a version 2 of the hardware, and I got mine on sale 2.5 years ago for $350. However, people just before me, they were paying like $1,000 or more. So I said it's significant savings. And the other one I have is an affiliate link. It means I get a commission if you purchase it. It's for this guy. It's called the Honeywell HeatBud Personal Ceramic Heater. It's available on Amazon. It has a trip protection, meaning if it flips over, you see this little guy, it will turn off. And it has, as you can see there, low, off, and high. So low uses 170 watts, high uses 250 watts. So this little guy helped me save me over $100 a month in heating cost. For example, last year, in the coldest month of the year, which is February, I paid $250 for propane, because propane is what's used to heat this cabin or cottage or whatever house, and it's only used for heating the furnace. So what happens is it's very expensive, and so the last winter was also pretty harsh. So this little guy enabled me to set the temperature to 16 degrees. And because this is a space heater, meaning it only heats up your personal space, that's all I need. I don't need the house to be at 20 plus degrees. All I need is just my work area to be comfortable. So this little guy helped me a lot. So so the electricity during last winter was averaged around 22 cents per kilowatt hour. That includes taxes, delivery charges, and all that nonsense. And so that means that if I leave it on high for 10 hours, it'll be about $5. But I'm saying that is not accurate, because I don't leave it on all the time. For example, right now it's off. So what I mean is, if I need a little boost, I'll put it on high for maybe 5 minutes. So I do that maybe 4 times. I'm being conservative, it's actually less, but I want to be fair, because everybody's different. So if I do that 4 times in an hour, 20 minutes in 10 hours, you do the math, it is going to take me like 3 hours before I use 1 kilowatt hour. So that means like in 3 hours, that could be the 22 cents, right? So if you do that, multiply by 30 days, I said it's about somewhere $5. Obviously, I can also use high, but I've never needed to use high. The one thing I like about electric is, what electric does is it hits, for example, obviously it hits a piece of metal. So even if you switch it off, there's still some residual heat coming through. So so that's why I like this. My dream is to, in a few years, I will learn to rip out the propane and just go fully electric, whether it's solar panels or something else. I'll save, obviously, what I get. I want to save more money. I want to be paying like $500 a month, when I'm retired on pension. All right, and then, so that's my affiliate link. As I said, I will get a commission if you purchase it. And finally, this is my own. It's a novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. See, it's created by me there, Errol Jambo. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind, and then he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system. So this is the back. This is obviously a printed copy, or it's also called the paperback version. As you can see, there's pages in there. and there's also an ebook version. The ebook version is available for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So both the paperback version and the ebook version, I made them at cost. So the cost obviously for the paperback version is for printing and shipping, and for the ebook version is for storage costs. So pick it up if you can, if you have the means, and let me know what you think. I love writing and I would like to improve some of my writing. All right, and that's it. I'll see. Let me check the live streams to see if there's any more chat requests. So I don't see one in Odyssey, and I don't see one in. Let me refresh this again in BitChute. I don't know what happened to BitChute. I did. Okay, let me paste that command again. Oh, I lost it. Oh, I think I can copy it from another chat. Ooh, what chat can I copy that from? Yeah, I'll copy it from here. Copy. Go back to BitChute. Oh, no, that's Odyssey. What is going on to paste it again? 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what's going on with BitChute. I guess it's only for replying. I can't paste something in there. All right, so yeah, thanks again to MD Rizone. I'm not gonna butcher your name, for that comment and for watching, and also be sure to subscribe if you haven't. It helps out the channel. Okay, with that said, guys, there we go. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Bye now.